CBC-based curriculum in Kenya. Seamless transition. From junior school to senior school, coming soon, Kenya brightens with DBC. The wheel of career pathways tells it all. The journey of CBC inertia has been quite long. Success is now here for all Kenyans.
Let me take this opportunity to welcome you back to Flokel Show, the show that promised to inform, share, and educate. In our last episode, we presented the breaking news of the Ministry of Education as it rolled out the guidelines for learners who are in grade 9 to apply during the selection of their schools as they transit to grade 10, which is going to be domiciled in a senior school. And very briefly, we shall look at what is this transition to senior school from the junior school. We shall basically have the following pathways. Number 1 is the STEM pathway: science, mathematics, engineering, and technology. And then we have arts and sports. Arts and sports science pathway. Then we have number 3, social sciences pathway. Number 4, STEM-based vocational educational pathway. Now, out of these pathways, the government intends to place 60% of the total candidates who sit for KJSEA on STEM pathway. Then 25% of the students will be placed on the social sciences pathway. The remaining 15% will be placed on arts and sports science pathway. The stakeholder engagement is still going on at the counties, where they are to discuss the implications of the guidelines, and grade 9 learners will proceed for April holiday, where they will discuss the pathways with their parents for the possible selection of their choices come the beginning of second term. Each of the career pathways has specific tracks that grade 10 learners will further select. In other words, a learner will not pursue all the subjects in a given pathway. They will go based on still further specialization, which is on tracks. We then quickly go through the specific tracks in each of the pathways, and I start with arts and sports sciences. In arts and sports sciences, we have the arts track, which will have fine arts, music and dance, theater and film. And then from there, we have the next track, which is sports science track, which will have physical education, sports and recreation. Then from there, we move on to the social science pathway, whereby we have the following tracks. The first track is humanities and business studies. And in humanities and business studies, we shall have a subject like business studies, history and citizenship, geography, Christian religious education, Islam religious education, Hindu religious education, community service learning. Then the next track, still in social sciences pathway, will be languages and literature. Under this we have English language, we have English literature, we have lugha ya Kiswahili, fasihi ya Kiswahili, indigenous languages, sign language, French, German, Mandarin, and Chinese. Then we go to the last pathway, which is STEM, where we have science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Under this pathway, we have the following tracks. We have pure sciences, whereby we have mathematics, biology, chemistry, physics, and general science. Then the next track under STEM will be applied sciences, whereby we have subjects like agriculture, computer science, home science, and then the last track in STEM will be technical studies, whereby we shall have aviation, power mechanics, media technology, marine fisheries technology, building construction, electricity, metalwork, and woodwork. Then the next thing that Flockel Show would want to highlight very quickly is how the KJSEA percentage composition will be done. Before the students sit for the last exam in grade 9 towards the end of the year, we shall have two types of assessment. We have the formative assessment, which will take 40%, and the summative assessment, which takes place at the end of the year, which is a national exam. This is the way the marks or the percentages will be carried out. We shall have 20% coming from KPSEA, the exam which the students did when they were in grade 6 as they transited to grade 7. Then we shall have 20% which will be continuous assessment based exams which have been taking place while the learners were in grade 7, 8 and part of grade 9. And then 60% will be the end of year exam, which will be a national exam, which we are referring to as summative exam, offered towards the end of the year. For parents who have not been able to access the reports and know the marks of their learners, it is a high time you do that. Visit your teacher or the teacher of your student. You are supposed to visit the NEC portal, and the NEC portal which you visit has a link whereby you have https://cba.nec.ac.ke. You'll be able to access the reports or all the reports which were posted about your learner, and they will inform you accordingly the abilities and which pathway your learner should take. It is important that parents prepare themselves with their learners early to select these schools based on the guidelines given. But however, a learner who will be dissatisfied in placement in senior school come January 2026 will be required to appeal after others have reported. Then these are the other conditions that will be used to place learners in senior school. Not more than 5 learners from the same junior school will join same senior school for diversity reasons. A learner will only pursue only one pathway upon joining senior school. Mathematics so far is still a debate, and Flockel Show would not want to talk so much there. I believe towards the end of stakeholder discussions, I will come back again and clarify based on the findings which will have come up, because there is a contradiction here. Mathematics is only being found in STEM pathway, but then we realize that there are some courses which are appearing in social sciences like business studies, where we have accounting and finance, where mathematics is key. We are yet to get proper guidance from the consultations which are going on. Senior schools, any senior school will at least offer 2 career pathways. Then we quickly look at senior school selection rules. Grade 9 learners will select 12 senior schools, and they will be in this order: 6 boarding schools, which are outside the home county where the learner is studying, 3 boarding schools within the home county, and 3 day schools within the county. Then there will also be special needs senior school, whereby learners will be taken to those schools based on the nature of their impairment, that is, hearing impaired, physically impaired. And then we have vocational senior school for learners with autism, deaf, cerebral palsy, and cognitive difficulties, so that they can be taken for hands-on skills based on their strengths. The subject to be taught in senior school. Every learner upon joining grade 10 will be required to do the following compulsory subjects: English, Kiswahili or Kenya Sign Language, community service learning, and physical education. As I have indicated, mathematics is still what I would say the elephant in the room. And then, in addition to the core subjects, the learner will select 3 elective subjects based on learners' chosen pathways. In conclusion, Flockhil Shaw would wish to make the following comments. Having taught mathematics in high school for several years, the moment students are allowed to choose whether to do it or not, you can be sure that even those in STEM will choose to avoid it as much as possible, whether there are future benefits or not. And it is for the ministry and the stakeholders to think seriously about this, so that we know that there are some areas where learners will not be allowed to pursue whatever career without mathematics being a requirement. Thank you so much, and continue viewing Flockhil Show. I look forward to find parents moving with speed to confirm the KPSEA score for their children, to confirm the continuous assessment exams, which constitute 40% before the year ends. Thank you so much.